There is a specific feeling of relief that washes over you when plans get cancelled. You might feign disappointment in the text message, sending a sad emoji to your friends, but behind the screen, your shoulders drop and your chest loosens. For decades, society has told you that this impulse is a defect. They call you antisocial, a hermit, or imply that you are missing out on the vibrancy of life. They frame your desire for the couch as a lack of ambition or a fear of the world. But modern neuroscience and psychology paint a radically different picture. The urge to retreat is not a weakness. It is a complex, adaptive strategy for emotional regulation. It is a sign that your brain is prioritizing quality of thought over quantity of noise. You are not hiding from life. You are curating it. What looks like laziness to the outside world is actually a highly efficient form of environmental mastery, designed to optimize your cognitive function and protect your physiological health. Before we continue to explore the psychology behind this, please take a moment to subscribe. It helps us build this community and brings more insights directly to you. Number 1 involves a concept called the optimal level of arousal. This theory, proposed by psychologist Donald Hebb, suggests that every human brain has a specific set point for cortical stimulation where it functions best. Your brain likely has a naturally high baseline of arousal. While thrill seekers have a low baseline and need loud music or crowds to feel normal, your internal world is already vibrant and stimulating. You don't need external chaos to feel alive. Imagine walking into a crowded party. For some, the noise and lights are energizing. For you, they are an assault. Your brain processes every conversation and texture until you hit a state of cognitive overload, leading to rapid exhaustion. This means staying home is not about being boring, it is about physiological efficiency. You intuitively know that to be your smartest, sharpest self, you must lower external input. Your home is the only place where your brain can actually breathe. Number 2 brings us to the chemistry of your happiness, specifically the dopaminergic versus cholinergic systems. The world is built for extroverts who thrive on dopamine, the neurotransmitter linked to high-stakes rewards and social novelty. However, your nervous system likely favors a different pathway involving acetylcholine. This is a neurotransmitter linked to focus, introspection, and long-term memory. It does not give you a rush. It gives you a deep sense of calm and clarity. Think about the satisfaction you feel when you are reading a book, gardening, or deeply engrossed in a hobby at home. That profound sense of rightness is your brain bathing in acetylcholine. It is a slower, deeper burn than the cheap thrill of a party. Recognizing this validates your lifestyle. You are not low energy compared to your outgoing peers. You are simply running on a different fuel source. You are biologically wired for depth and focus rather than breadth and noise. Number 3 explores a defensive strategy known as cocooning. Coined by trend forecaster Faith Popcorn, this term describes the impulse to build a shell of safety around oneself to filter out the perceived hostility of the outside world. This mechanism is not just about avoiding danger, it is about creating a psychological fortress. In an unpredictable world of economic stress and social demands, the home becomes the one variable you can completely control. Picture the ritual of locking your front door. That audible click is not just a mechanical action. It is a psychological signal to your nervous system. It marks the boundary between the chaos you survive and the sanctuary where you truly live. This makes you a master of your environment. By cocooning, you are actively reducing the friction of daily life. You are not retreating out of fear, but out of a desire to preserve your energy for the people and projects that actually matter to you. Number 4 deals with your body's stress response, specifically the HPA axis and cortisol reactivity. Studies show that people who prefer solitude often have a higher physiological reaction to sensory stimulation and social stress. Your body treats the harassments of daily life, traffic, rude service, open-plan offices, as genuine threats. This triggers a release of cortisol, the stress hormone. If you don't retreat, this hormone builds up, leading to burnout and inflammation. Imagine you have been out all day, feeling a tight tension in your neck and a buzzing in your head. The moment you step into your home, that physical armor falls away. This is your HPA axis finally downregulating, signaling that the threat is gone. Therefore, staying home is a form of preventative medicine. You are using your home as a restorative niche, a term used by psychologists to describe a space that allows you to return to your baseline. It is essential maintenance for your health. Number 5 is a fascinating concept called the extended self. Consumer behaviorist Russell Belk argued that we are what we have. Our possessions and environments are not just objects. They are externalized parts of our identity and ego. When you curate your home, you are projecting your inner mind into the physical world. The books on your shelf, the art on the wall, and the specific arrangement of your furniture are identity claims that reinforce who you are. Consider the deep comfort you feel when looking at your favorite mug or a specific corner of your living room. You are not just looking at furniture, you are looking at a reflection of your soul. The space validates your existence in a way the public world cannot. This means your attachment to home is a sign of a strong self-concept. You have created a domain where your identity is sovereign. You are not just dwelling in a house, you are inhabiting a physical manifestation of your own personality. Number 6 examines how we regulate emotions through aesthetics, specifically cluttercore versus minimalism. Both are psychological strategies. Minimalism reduces cognitive load, while cluttercore, an organized abundance of stuff, provides emotional warmth. If you love being surrounded by knickknacks and textures, you are engaging in self-swaddling. These objects act as transitional items, similar to a child's security blanket, providing a tactile reminder of safety and history in a cold world. Imagine curling up on a sofa surrounded by piles of books, blankets, and nostalgic items. It feels like a hug. This visual nesting lowers your blood pressure and signals to your primal brain that you are resource-rich and secure. Do not let anyone call your space messy if it is curated. You are using your environment to regulate your emotions. Whether you choose empty surfaces or full shelves, you are intelligently manipulating your space to soothe your specific anxiety. Number 7 highlights the difference between loneliness and the joy of missing out, or JOMO. This is the healthy, autonomous choice to disconnect from the social grid, distinct from the anxiety-driven fear of missing out. Research distinguishes between loneliness and solitude capacity. People with high solitude capacity are often emotionally stable and open to new experiences. They do not stay home because they fear people, but because they enjoy their own company. Think about a Friday night where you choose to stay in. You feel no guilt, only a sense of delicious freedom. You have the autonomy to use your time exactly as you please, without performing social rituals for others. This ability to be alone without being lonely is a superpower. It suggests you have a rich inner life that sustains you. You are self-sufficient in a way that those who constantly need external validation are not. Number 8 connects your downtime to the default mode network. This is a network of interacting brain regions that is active when you are not focused on the outside world. Essentially, when you are daydreaming, resting, or doing nothing at home. Society often equates doing nothing with laziness. But this state is the incubator of creativity. When you stare out the window or putter around the house, your brain is busy consolidating memories and simulating future possibilities. Recall the last time you had a brilliant idea while in the shower or washing dishes. That was your default mode network in action. It requires the safety and lack of interruption that only the home environment can provide. By staying home, you are protecting your potential. You are giving your mind the wandering room it needs to synthesize complex problems. Your lazy Sunday is actually the most creative part of your week. Number 9 looks at the gendered psychology of space, specifically man caves and she sheds. These are not just stereotypes. They are territorial claims that serve deep psychological needs regarding labor and identity within the family unit. For men, the cave often allows for a permissible regression, a place to drop the burden of being civilized. For women, the shed, or separate room, is often an escape from the mental load of managing the household and the visual cues of domestic labor. Imagine stepping into a room that demands nothing of you. There is no laundry to fold, no emails to check, and no one asking for a snack. It is a space where you are an individual again, rather than a partner, parent, or employee. This need for territory is healthy. It acknowledges that to be a good partner or parent, you first need to be a whole person. Claiming a few square feet of space is an act of preserving your sanity and your identity. Number 10 involves the concept of socialized cocooning. Staying home does not mean you are isolated. In the modern era, the home has evolved from a bunker into a hub where you control exactly who enters your sphere. You likely practice curated socializing, inviting a small circle of intimates into your sanctuary. This allows you to satisfy your need for connection without the unpredictable variables of public spaces, like noise or strangers. Picture a dinner party with 3 close friends in your kitchen. The conversation is deeper, the atmosphere is relaxed, and you are completely at ease. This is not isolation. It is high-quality intimacy minus the performance anxiety. This validates that you are not antisocial. You are selective. You prioritize depth of connection over breadth of acquaintances. You are investing your limited social energy where it yields the highest emotional return. Number 11 addresses the post-pandemic shift known as cave syndrome. After global lockdowns, many people felt a re-entry anxiety, realizing they preferred the safety of their homes to the hustle of the old normal. This is not necessarily agoraphobia. For many, it was a moment of clarity. You realized that the friction of commuting, dressing up, and forced small talk was costing you more energy than it was worth. You realized you were happier with less. Reflect on the peace you found when the world stopped. While the fear was real, the removal of social obligation was a relief. You learned that you could thrive within a smaller radius, finding contentment in a smaller footprint. Embracing this is an act of courage. It takes strength to reject the societal pressure to be constantly busy and out there. You have redefined success not as visibility, but as contentment and peace of mind. Number 12 concludes with the idea of environmental mastery. Ultimately, the psychology of the homebody is about taking control. In a chaotic, loud, and demanding world, the home is the one place where you set the rules. You control the lighting, the temperature, the sound, and the company. This mastery provides a sense of agency that buffers against existential anxiety. It grounds you when the rest of the world feels like it is spinning off its axis. When you choose to stay home, you are not giving up. You are powering up. You are listening to the ancient wisdom of your biology and the modern needs of your psychology to create a life that actually feels good to live. So, the next time you feel that wave of relief when plans are canceled, do not apologize. Wrap yourself in that feeling. You are simply returning to your fortress, your incubator, and your sanctuary. You are exactly where you are meant to be. If you feel this video helped you understand yourself better, please subscribe to our channel. Your support allows us to keep exploring the depths of the human mind.